I mean, obviously America will be involved, but it's a very complex situation. Let's get the view from Ukraine, from an MP there, Yulia Sirko. Yulia, very good morning to you.
Good morning. Hello from Ukraine.
Thank you very much indeed. What are you making of what's being said in Washington? What do you think Mr. Zelensky has agreed, if anything? What's your view?
My view, actually, you said it was very boring. I'm 100% agree with you, but it's not only boring, it's a lack of clarity. Actually, we are talking about very complicated and very, so to say, complex things.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I didn't get, as MP, as a Ukrainian citizen, I didn't get any clarity of what they were talking about yesterday. So we have three blocks of issues. First of all, it's a security guarantee to sustain for sustainable peace. It's mean weapons and money for weapons and troops on the ground, boots on the ground. The second block is financial guarantees to rebuild Ukraine, because we have destroyed cities by Russians, killed civilians, and we have more than 10 million of internally and externally displaced people.
Right.
And the third one is a justice. Who will be punished for the rapes of kids, for the killing of kids, of women? We have so many killed civilians, probably one of the biggest amount in any wars. And we want, as Ukrainians, to understand who will be punished for that. Right. I don't think you can say just, okay, make a deal and that's it. It will not. It will not end this way.
Right.
So the lack of clarity and a really action plan, devil in details. And we know that Russians could play with details in the very, very, in a manipulative way, I would say.
And if Zelensky does a deal with Putin in Washington or with Donald Trump without any of those things, will that be acceptable to anyone in Ukraine or not?
I think concession of territories, any kind of concession of territories, as well as peace without guarantees, will mean for Zelensky political suicide. So people will not accept it after the blood, so many years of a bloody war, and I mean, you cannot sell it to Ukrainian nation.
Right. And so would you say that Ukrainians would rather continue to fight the war than settle in a way which is unacceptable?
I think we need peace, the whole continent. The problem is the very lack of understanding of the depths of the problem, as well as the political will in Europe.
Yeah.
They are so unpractical, and they don't have real plan, honestly, in general. So I would like to see what is the real plan, and then we can discuss if Ukrainians will accept it or not. Right. Sure, we are tired of the 4 years of war. We want peace. We want to live in our houses, peaceful life. But if it will mean that tomorrow Russians will come again to Bucha, rape our kids, kill our parents, and would destroy our houses, then better to fight than to die this way.
Yeah. Well, they say sometimes better to die standing up than to die on your knees, I guess is what they say. But what about Zelensky's popularity? If he does this deal, which you say would be political suicide, who would step in?
No, we don't know, because unfortunately we have no. Zelensky was always dominating as a candidate because it was, we have a martial law. We don't have any political process. We don't have any candidates to show their programs and campaigning. So we will need proper political process for many candidates, so we can vote for the decent president in a very transparent and open process, because elections is a very important also. We already as a parliament we expired 2 years ago. Right. As a president, he also expired 2 years ago, so to say expired. But we need elections, but we cannot conduct it physically because it's very dangerous to put a lot of people in the political and election process when you have missiles flying over your heads.
Right. And is that still what's going on? I mean, how is life on a day-to-day basis for you?
Unfortunately, we used to it. We used to sit in the bomb shelters. My kids spending probably 8 hours per week in a bomb shelter at school. Some of the schools in eastern Ukraine, we have underground school. Probably this is one of the case study for universities. We have almost 100 schools to be built under the ground. And our kids go into the school, we have life, we have cafes, coffee, but this is not a peaceful life. So every time you are sleeping and waking up and thinking thanks God you are alive today. So I mean, probably we are living this life, but this is normal life, not normal life.
No, it's really not. And what's your best hope then that comes out of this? What would you like to see a deal suggesting?
I think the most probable deal is clear and powerful security guarantees. I mean, weapon plus financing of this weapon for the period of time, at least 10 years. Yeah. We are producing 50 to 60, probably we will produce 50 to 60% of the weapon needed by ourselves. But we still lack of a lot of air defense system, etc., etc. We need money to rebuild Ukraine and to do injection into the economy. We need people, Ukrainians, to come back and work and live in Ukraine, as well as we need to understand who will be punished for these war crimes they've done on the territory of Ukraine. So these three blocks, if we will have answers, clear answers, and it will be acceptable, so to say. We understand that we have to if you want to have a peace, we need to negotiate. But still, there is a red line of negotiations which you cannot cross. Otherwise, the nation you will have unrest inside the nation. So which we don't need having a war on our doorsteps.
Sure. Yulia, wish you luck. Thank you very much indeed. Yulia Sirko there, Ukrainian MP, speaking from Ukraine, saying, you know, quite an important part of whatever it is that they agree in Washington and whatever it is they agree in Moscow and whatever it is they agree through Zelensky's offices in Kiev is that somebody's going to have to stand trial or at least take responsibility for some of the atrocities that have happened. You know, the raping of women, the raping of children, the kind of ghastly, horrible behaviour that has been going on in Ukraine, I'm afraid, at the behest of the Russian forces. And she says if Zelensky agrees to a deal which involves giving up territory, it will be political suicide, which means they won't accept it. So, you know, it's all to play for.